Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Logitech G710 Plus review. Now I'm not going to beat around the bush with all these, specs and all that. I'm just going to say, first off, I like this keyboard. I like it a lot. And I'm basically just going to be telling you why I like it and perhaps a few bad things about it, but mostly I'm just going to be showing you the reasons why I like this over possibly other keyboards. So let's start off with the macro keys. They are in fact mechanical keys, and you can see if I can get it off. They're MX brown keys just like the rest of them, and they're also backlit just like the rest of them. I'm just gonna stick that one back on there. And speaking of backlit, the entire thing is backlit, so let's see there. Looks nice and bright. You can change the brightness for different areas, but these are the only two configurable areas on the keyboard, but they are independent of each other. Lights back on. So next thing is the volume slider. Most keyboards don't have this. I think it may be exclusive to Logitech. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. But this thing is amazing. I don't use it anymore because I have an audio interface, but if you don't have a dedicated audio interface or something like that would be right here with an adjustable knob for your volume, you need this in your life. Trust me, it will change the way you use your computer. Is so nice. Just trust me, it's so good. Next thing is this keyboard has a gaming mode, and all that does is it disables the start key. You can see it has an indicator there. So like if you're in a game and you accidentally press this instead of Alt or Control, it's not gonna like tab out of the game and open the start menu and maybe get you killed in whatever game you're playing, because that's happened to me and it's not fun at all. And next you have your macro modes. You have three different setups, I guess you could say: M1, M2, M3. Basically, if you're in M1, you can set these keys to do pretty much whatever you want. I'll show you the software later, but you can set them to do this thing in M1, then you could do that thing in M2, and then something else in M3. So you can have a total of, let's see, 6 times 3 configurations. And you have MR. That is where you can record something on the fly. So if you're in a game and you hit this sick combo, you can like record that and assign it to a specific key, so you don't have to go into the software to record macros. So that's convenient at times if you use that kind of thing. Next, there's media keys. We do have like the generic fast forward, back, stop, play, pause. If you use those, that's great. I don't really use them, but I mean, they're not taking up a huge amount of space because the end keys are already here. Let's see. There aren't any gimmicky function, like there's not a function key here where you like press it and then that, like the Razer keyboards. They have like volume and stuff built into the F keys. I hate that. Makes me feel like I'm using a laptop. My laptop has that. I don't want that on my desktop. I want dedicated buttons for everything, and the volume slider. Still, I keep coming back to the volume slider because it's such a nice, it's just such a nice feature if you control your volume through the PC and not an external source. It has a number pad. I don't really like keyboards that don't have a number pad at all. I don't have a shortage of desk space, so I guess that's why I don't understand why you would buy one without a number pad, but just so many games and programs, it's so useful to have a number pad. And more keyboards are transitioning to the non-number pad or 10 keyless design, and I don't like it at all. So there is a like palm rest thing that you can, I don't have it with me because I'm at my dorm and the box is at my house, but it goes here and it basically just extends out a little bit, but I don't like it. It's hard plastic. It's not like squishy or mouse pad material. It's just plastic. I don't think it looks good either, and I just think it looks better this way. Feels better as well because you can just rest your hand on the desk and it's like the perfect height. It's not too high up, and in fact you can flip these legs down in the back and you can have a flat keyboard if you like the flat style. I don't, because it feels awkward here. The space bar is up too high and it just the whole keyboard is gently curved this way, so I just feel like it's meant to be used this upright. I just feel like this is proper. Back to the keys. They are MX brown. You can get MX blue as well. They have O-rings pre-installed, so they're quieter. So I just stopped my recording. I guess I'll be using the camera audio. Whoops. Anyways, rip audio. There's a mute button. It's always nice. More buttons the better for me. You may not be that way, I respect that, but like all my buttons in place. That's why I have this mouse. Thought about getting one of those Logitech gamepad things, but I don't have one yet. Anyways, what else can we talk about? Build quality. I genuinely feel like if I picked this thing up and like really used it like a baseball bat and just hit someone, you could send someone to the hospital with this thing. It's ridiculous. It's heavy too. I mean, it's not so heavy that it's annoying, but like, it's heavy. Let me show you the bottom here. Nice, rigid structure. These are nice and heavy duty. These pads here are rubber. They feel very durable. You have cable routing holes here. Thought there was an alternate route for this, but there isn't. You have one USB pass-through, which I can't really show you because it's plugged in. I can't move it too much, but I have my mouse thing plugged in here. That's optional. You can leave that secondary USB unplugged from the back of your computer or wherever you have it plugged in, so it can only take up one USB if you want it to. So like if you just want to take up one USB, it will power itself, it will light up, and everything will function perfectly fine except for that pass-through. So that is an option if you don't want to use that extra USB on the back. Let me just flip those back up. Alright, covered most of the things that I really like about it. Software will be at the end because I have to record that with screen capture. The last thing that I'm going to show you here, and I'm going to record this with my microphone. You can't see it, but I have an Audio-Technica AT2035 up here, so we're just going to record this with that. I can't do that. Hold on. It keeps stopping my recording. Let me do that. So yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's pretty quiet. I understand some people like the clicky switch aspect. I hate it. It's noisy. It's unnecessary. But if you like it, there is a version of this that has the MX Blue switches, the clicky switches. The way you tell the difference is this accent here. If you want the brown switches, the accent is orange, and this is what most places sell. But if you want the blue ones, this accent will be blue. So there is a difference, and don't don't think they just updated something and it's the same keyboard, because you'll get the clicky switches or the quieter switches depending on which one you order. So watch out for that. Now there are new Logitech keyboards that have came out, and some would argue that they're better than this. They're not better, they're just different. They're for different people with different needs. This keyboard is still the one that you should buy if you want the keyboard that does everything. It, functionally. It's not the prettiest, it doesn't have RGB lighting or anything, but it has these keys, it has different macro modes, it has all these buttons, it has the volume slider, all of them have the volume slider, but it's great. It's still the best, in my opinion, as far as utilitarian purpose goes. But if you want the flashy RGB, if you want like the sleeker design, there are newer options, and I'll have those in the description because I don't remember the names exactly, I don't remember the numbers, but those will be in the description. Always read the description for my videos because there's usually good info there. So next we're just going to hop into screen capture and I'll show you the software. Alright, now we're taking a look at the software, and it just runs in the system tray. It's pretty much any keyboard, mouse software, but I would have to say that Logitech's gaming software is probably the most well established, the most well supported, well known. It's really reliable, it doesn't hog your resources, and unlike some, I guess you could say, smaller manufacturers, their software is it's well maintained. It's not gonna fail on you really. So, there's what the keyboard looks like with that cover, if you were wondering. But anyways, we're just gonna look at the macro keys here, and you can see I have M2 here set to some recording stuff. I have this for OBS, and I just have this set to do something in OBS, so that if I were to press G1, it starts recording, at G2 stops recording. And let's just demonstrate here. So we're going to assign a new command to the first key. Here's all the stuff that you can do. You can get all this, like mouse functions, media keys, hotkeys, shortcuts even. So like programs, you can launch a program with it. There's Ventrilo controls, but Ventrilo's kind of dead, so I guess that doesn't matter all that much now. You can even set a key to be M1, M2, or M3. I don't know why you would do that, but you can. You can do that. The first three are the ones that most people are going to use, I feel like. So like keystroke, if you wanted to do Control Shift G, I don't know what that does, but you could make that key do that keystroke. Multi-key, it's the same type of thing. Like if you wanted to say you have a game and the T key brings up chat, and you want to say something in a chat, you could go that would type test in that chat, and you can set up all that to be pre-recorded. You can record the delays between the events if you wanted to, a bunch of different stuff. If you want to spam something in a chat, you can set it to be like a copy paste type thing, where let's see, I'll just show you this here. I don't need that. Okay, and then if you make a new text document here, and if you press that key, it just, you can hold it down. Well, it's not going to show it in Notepad, but you can just spam whatever you put in there. And let's see, there's a heat map. So if you're playing a game and you want to see That's my phone. And you want to see like what keys you press the most or whatnot. You can start recording when you start a game and stop afterwards. Yeah, I mean, I don't use it, but I'm sure some people might. Yeah, you have settings, but there's not really anything here for the keyboard because it's a pretty basic thing. It just does a lot of stuff. And that's about all you can control in the software. Most of the stuff you can just do right on the keyboard, and I really like that. So that's about all for this video. As always, leave a like if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you didn't. That really helps me out to figure out what you guys like, what you don't like. If you really liked it, you can subscribe for more content later. As always, Amazon links in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.